Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how I organize my truck toolbox. Let's get into it. Okay guys, yeah, so this is my truck toolbox as it is now. A couple updates you might be able to notice right away, but I'm actually going to organize this video into different sections. So if you want to go to the description and go to a specific category of what I'm going to be talking about here, feel free to go do that. A couple weeks ago, I made a video of me organizing my toolbox, and it wasn't really detailed as to how I organize it. It was more just like the process of doing it, and I was also cleaning and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm gonna make a more detailed video here today. Also, thank you everyone for helping me get to 1,000 views on this last video, which is why I'm making the second part to go in a little bit more detail. It's clear that you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, so I wanted to bring you guys another one. But again, thank you for the support. 1,000 views. Super pumped. I'm just having fun making these videos. You guys are obviously watching them and enjoying them, so I appreciate it. So yes, the latest update is this light here. I added hooks, as you can see here. So what these hooks actually are is they're wall art hooks for like holding up picture frames and stuff like that. So those actually work perfect because when the truck toolbox lid is open, it keeps it in position, but it allows it to rotate down when you actually go to shut it. It's about just as close to the locks as possible without contacting them every time. You do have to be sure that there's nothing in the way. Not that it can't get hit or anything, it just won't shut all the way. But that is that. The light works quite well for the intended purpose. It is pitch black outside, and I can see everything I need in my toolbox. Even here on the sides, it gets all that. And I can always take it off and use it for if I'm ever working on the truck. And if you can see, it's a little bit more disorganized than what it was. That's just kind of how it works sometimes. But it shows what strategies actually work and what strategies don't. So what has worked? What has worked is this spreader bar that I used. It keeps my fluids kind of separate from the tools. That works great. I feel like I have just too much stuff in here, honestly. I'm trying to figure out what I can remove. One of those will be this paint for the decal on the side of the truck. But the spreader bar is nice to keep organization from the front to the back. All right, so this is me after going through it all again. I just wanted to show you guys the reality of how things get sometimes. But it's also good to look through your toolbox every once in a while and pull things out that you don't need. For the front half, I have some of my odds and ends and tools here. I have 3 tool bins, one being the toolbox with just kind of my various tools and why it's the heavy one. I don't regularly take that one in and out or need to get into that, so I made it the heavy one. This tool bag is more for like automotive purposes with my ratchets and sockets and wrenches and stuff like that. And then this one's more for like homeowners type stuff, so screwdrivers, pliers, stuff like that. And then over here on the side, I just have some of the things I need to grab more often for like my bike or just rags or zip ties, so you can see there. And then over here, same kind of idea. So then over here, I have another tool bag, which I will show you in detail over on the table. So in this bag, I put my sockets and the actual ratchets, the 1/2 inch to 3-inch drive ratchets in there, the long sockets. Those go in there as well. I use those often, so those are just a quick grab. And then my wrench rolls also make it in here. So that's all kind of my automotive stuff that I need. That goes up and that goes into the toolbox like that. These wrench rolls are really nice because they take that into that. So you can see all these just kind of fit in place. It's very easy to see if one's missing. So like if we pull this one out, boom, okay, we got one missing. I have thought about putting the actual sizes in Sharpie right here, which is kind of be easier if they're all out which one goes, and you know exactly what size is missing and everything, but haven't really needed that. There are wrench rolls that don't have the fold over, but I'm telling you, that's super nice to have so that they don't slide out when you do lift it from the bottom. So you literally just fold over the top lip, and now you just roll it up. Just one hand, but then you tie this and that keeps all your wrenches all together in one place. Okay, So now for the socket organization that I have for my truck toolbox. Instead of using these, which are common, just the rails that slide on, the only problem with that is they can fall off in the truck. And when you just throw them in a bag, it just becomes a little bit more difficult to grab them and everything else. So I'm a fan of these for like toolbox setting, but for a truck toolbox, it's a little bit different. So what I have used, and it's kind of a homemade rendition of it, I actually bought these tackle boxes from Walmart, pretty cheap, Plano tackle boxes, and I put just foam inside them. So then I'll take my sockets and essentially just line them up in size like this. So not perfect, but it leaves it in there, and with the foam I can show you when you close it down, it actually leaves it pretty solid. Other than this one, I'll take this one out just for the sake of showing what it's like. They don't move around very much. Now you throw this in a bag, and now, you know, I also marked, you know, 3/8 metric here, 3/8 metric, 3/8 metric, 3/8 drive, and I know it's metric. So it sits in my bag like this, and then I just go over, look at it, okay, that's what I need, the 3/8 inch drive, and it's metric, grab that, and now I have all of them in order. Just open them up and grab the size that you need, put it back. Good to go. Yeah, I've really liked this strategy so far. It's worked for me, and it's just been really great. This tool bag I probably use the most, for the truck especially. All right, and then for this, we'll pull it out. Just a quick overview. So yes, I have all my DeWalt screwdrivers of various sizes, both Phillips and flat head screwdrivers. Big and small, nice to have when you need them. Like a set of nut drivers on the other side. It's nice that I can just easily grab those from the side. I don't even need to pull the bag out. Then I have my, what you can call, not a wrench roll, but a plier roll. So this one, just the Irwin set. Actually the roll came with the set. So it just comes with, you know, all different types of pliers, wire cutters, needle nose, channel locks, you know, big wire cutters, and adjustable wrench, and then these. I have to say that these different sizes for the channel locks, super nice, and the Irwin ones especially are so nice. I use these things all the time, probably sometimes when I shouldn't. I think we're all kind of guilty of that, but super nice, and it is super convenient to just be able to roll them up and have them all organized in one spot for you to grab. Then I have all my screwdriver tips, so that's super nice to have. Any different type of screwdriver tip you can imagine is pretty much in this kit, at least all the ones you would ever need. I only use probably like 5 of these, like 100, but it's nice to have. And then I like to use the Craftsman hex screwdriver. Just kind of has that classic Craftsman screwdriver feel to it. It's pretty lightweight, and it obviously works with all these and just normal drill bits stuff. Push that off to the side. Then we have more drill bits for all sorts of various sizes and tasks. So that's all 3 of these. Keep going here. Ball peen hammer, Craftsman, nice to have. That does kind of mix in with some of my automotive tools. See there, it's kind of getting rusted out in the toolbox, but not a big deal. I'll probably wipe that off. Keep it from getting any worse. Got my hex keys, gotta have those. Come in handy. Adjustable wrench. It's got a little rusty sitting in the toolbox. Same with this one, rusty, but all good. Hex keys, more hex keys. Another adjustable wrench. Set, another wrench roll. Metric though. I should have put those in there. I like those more in here. So wrenches over there. Carabiner, another screwdriver. So, like I said, more just kind of homeowners type stuff in this bag. Just have some miscellaneous tools in this one. Have set of extra metric wrenches, fuel line disconnect tools, need to buy them, left them in the truck. Screwdriver, still haven't touched. Leveling, still haven't used. Some automotive chisels and punches, nice to have. Another screwdriver, some anti-seize for the truck. When I'm working on stuff, nice to have. Some wood chisels. Sail puller, super nice to have. Needed it one time, didn't have it, needed it. Decided to go buy it for the next time I needed it. The next time I needed it, and I loved it. So, seal puller. Just a pair of impact drill bits. Wrenches, more wrenches. Kind of miscellaneous sockets that I have. This is like a voltage tester. And just some other various tools, extra ratchet, stuff like that. So just kind of my random stuff. Nothing crazy, but just when you need them, you need them. So I just leave them in here to have. So over on this side, to get in a little bit more detail, I just have my zip ties, some rags, which are just very convenient to have rags when you're working on trucks and stuff. Bearings, which actually I think one of these I need to still return. Coil plugs, because on this truck they are very bad. I have oil filter wrenches. My bike back tire mount, I'll show you guys that in a bit. Another coil plug. Another coil plug, so 3 coil plugs, plenty of those. And then just some bolts and various hardware. So that's about it for the toolbox. I also did have some questions about the tonneau cover, which I'll show you now. I have just a cooler, which I can, you know, throw drinks or whatever. I do tie this one down with a carabiner so I can pull out quickly, but it's not always just sliding everywhere in the truck. It still bounces around a little bit, but just keeps it in place. And then I have this water jug, which I still have yet to use, and I've had it in here for like a month, so I'll probably get rid of that. And then just a frisbee, whatever, it's a truck bed, gets used. So yes, the tonneau cover, which it's not common to see a toolbox with a tonneau cover on as well. This is actually a Back Industries backflip by Truck Hero. So interestingly enough, I used to work for Truck Hero. We had this cover here, and I actually custom made this tonneau cover. So normally I think this fits on a Ford F-150 5.5 foot bed. I have the 6.5 foot bed, so it's a little bit longer, makes up pretty much for the distance between of this toolbox. There was a extra panel here which I removed. So this is a flush mount tonneau cover, standard backflip with the handles through here. This gets flipped up and that goes to here. So that's as far as it flips up. This panel does not flip up again, so you just have the 2 folds, which for me works perfect because it still allows me to get into the toolbox and everything, or into the bed. You know, most of the stuff, if you're putting it in a toolbox, for me, it's either a sheet of plywood or wood or something very long or something just very short that I put in the back. I used to have a piece of wood that actually slid right into this groove and ran the width, so it would keep things from sliding the distance forward and back. I'll probably actually need to remake one of those since I lost it. But I'm either putting it in the back couple feet or I'm putting it all the way the full length, which with the toolbox anyway can get in the way. So like when I have to put if I ever put a couch in here, which I've done before, I just take the toolbox off and take the tonneau cover off. To take the tonneau cover off, it literally is as simple as pulling out the bolts in the front 2 corners, and then I can leave these rails on. But I think it gives the truck a good look, and I can keep stuff out of the rain a little bit. As you can see, look, it just shuts down. Gives it a flush look. I like it with the toolbox there. Oh, here, we'll close the toolbox. So yeah, with the toolbox there, just gives it a flush look. As you can see there, doesn't raise up or anything. And then also, as some of you may have noticed, I actually have a bike mount here. So my bike's sitting over there. I bike a bit. So my front tire gets attached to this. My back tire sits on here, and this just spreads out the way. These come out, and then this just sinks in there, and this goes on my back tire. This is, again, a custom. It's just a U-bolt with a 3D printed tire mount, and then I just have a piece of foam in there to not scratch the back tire of the bike. But that's it for the truck toolbox video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it inspired you to go organize your own toolbox, whether it's on your truck or in your shop or wherever it may be. Try and keep organized. It makes you more efficient. It makes your life go easier. It makes projects more fun. You don't want to be looking for tools. You want to be working on your projects and your hobbies. So go organize your toolbox. Also, share your ideas. If you have cool toolbox ideas, I'd love to integrate some of my own. Put them in the comments down below. If you have videos, share those with me too. I'll go watch them. I'm serious. I'll go watch your videos if you have anything up on some organization videos yourself. Anyway, I appreciate you for watching. If you like the video, go ahead and like it. Feel free to comment and everything down below, and subscribe if you like my content. If you don't, say forgive me and never watch my stuff again. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see ya.